Guys, so I finished 10th place today at a 64-man 2022 Megaton Case Tourney, and I was playing Spright Frog with a slight Cyber Dragon engine. Essentially, it's largely inspired by the deck profile on Yassine's channel featuring Neptis, who did really well at Niagara with it. So I basically wanted to try it as well, just without the adventure engine, so just to get started. Okay, so starting with the Cyber Dragon stuff, it's just the 3 core, 2 emergency, and the 1 overflow. So just to explain some theory behind it, and then the rest of the profile will go much faster. Basically this is replacing like the Nimble Beaver or Diva kind of stuff. The 2 emergency, I was originally playing 3. I realized I didn't really need a third one because essentially the only target you have is your core. And also, you don't really want to, for example, get all 3 out of the deck because the core is affecting grave to banish it from your grave and special it onto the field to get your level 2 body, assuming that you didn't have a monster and your opponent had something. I was also testing Ref System because with Ref System, with core on its own, it can do like the Spright combo on its own, although without the frog stuff. But I realized that when you hard draw Ref System, majority of the time it's just going to be dead because you just don't have much Cyber Dragon stuff going on. And then the overflow is really nice because off the core you search this, and so this basically serves as your pop, and that way with Jet I don't have to prioritize getting Smasher off of it, and I can just try to get Starter instead because this can provide that pop. And then it's really like not a lot of Cyber Dragon stuff, but it does its job, and I felt like it was pretty nice. And it's a level 2 of course, and then you can start doing your Spright stuff. Okay, and then the actual Spright stuff, the 3 blue, 3 jet. I'm playing 2 red, like a lot of people. Some people play 1. I like it at 2. And another card that people mostly play at 1 as well is Carrot. I actually really like Carrot. The spell trap negate's very nice. Imperm is also quite common as well. And honestly, just having more level 2 bodies as well. This deck can technically brick sometimes, and it's pretty bad. And just having that extra level 2 kind of might make work out. And then of course the Pixies. It's really good, I think, especially when they try to attack over Elf, and you just like Elf, you know, bring blue and then search this, and then now they have to decide whether they still want to go into battle phase. Probably not, and they have to kind of resequence their plays. I would not cut this card. And then the Froggies, we got these 3 Swap Frog and the 1 Ronin. Don't play Duke Frog. I think most people cut that out by now because of Super Poly. Nothing much to say there. Hand traps, we have 3 Ash, 3 Nib. I really like Nib, especially against Spright when paired with another hand trap. I wanted to play 3 DD Crows, couldn't really find room. I mean, you know what, 2 is fine because you're also playing Call by the Grave when you're going against Tier, for example. And so that's it for the hand traps and the monsters. And continuing with the spells, of course, we have the 3 starter, 1 smasher. I was actually main decking 2 smashers when I was not playing the Cyber Dragon stuff, but now that I have the overflow, there's no reason for that, and just the 1 smasher is fine. I typically tend to side out the overflow going second, unless it's a sort of like a back row deck where it has some kind of floodgate that's problematic. We're main decking 3 Dark Ruler no more. Originally, I was also trying out Drop Whip because it's good going first as well, but I realized that, you know what, like it's fine. Let's say you go first and you have this in hand and your opponent kind of clears your board going second. When you come back on your turn, you do this. And Spright has a very good clapback game, so I think it's still fine to main it. And of course the 3 Pot of Prosperity. This card is so important in this deck. Just for that added consistency, or if you manage to get everything, and especially post-side, you can get that opponent solemn. And then I think this card will get hit on the ban list sooner than later. And the rest of the hand traps with the 3 imperms. Really good hand trap right now. Typically Spright players, they try to get red out for the monster negate, and then the imperm will take care of the gigantic. On to the extra deck, we have the All Mirage, which most people I think cut. I like it because of the Swap Frog can just be a 1 card Spright combo, and so in cases where you don't open very well, you at least have something. We're playing triple Elf, very good for the grind game. I even cut the IP Masquerena for the 3rd Elf because I felt like I never go into IP unless I got interrupted, and even then it's just not that great anyways. The last link is the Dark, really good for, well, a lot of things, especially in the mirror. You take their blue and whatever, just go off. The Xyz, of course, the Toad, probably will get banned at some point. 2 Gigantic, really like it because the second one comes up more so when I'm trying to go for the kill, because you try to use the Elf as material instead. It's at 32, and Cat Shark makes it 64. Onimi Biru, pretty much I only bring it out when I have to like out there in the Biru token. Sometimes in grind games it can also be very nice, but I do tend to banish this with Prosperity. The Zeus package, self-explanatory there. And we also have the Cat Shark. Like that OTK I mentioned earlier, it does double original attack, but Gigantic Spright, its original attack becomes 32. So that's why it still works with Cat Shark. And then the fusion, the Cyber Dragon stuff. Command Fortress, as Neftis mentioned in his profile, basically the core. That plus like let's say Spell Cancer, that's a machine, you can contact Fuser for that. So it kind of comes up. And also your opponent's Zeus, it's a machine, you can contact Fuser for it as well. And then the last one is Mega Fleet. It's out there to something even like Elf. It forces them to activate it if you have like a Cyber Dragon on the field. And also something like Appaloosa or Arrival at Ignister, those like pesky Link monsters, you can just get rid of it very easily. On to the side, and I forgot to mention in the main I am playing 43. And so anyway, starting with the side, just like Neftis did, we're playing the one Cyber Dragon in the side. Originally I was thinking maybe if I like main deck this and like a ref system, but it just wasn't worth it. And again, against any deck that plays some kind of Link monster that's good, so like anything that plays like Elf or Arrival and Mixer or Appaloosa, that's where it comes in. And because of that one extra space I had, I played Pancratops as well, kind of becoming popular as well. If you saw my top cut, hand trap, and staple breakdowns, you'll see that this has been increasing in popularity because it forces that Elf out and it's just really good. Some back row removal in Cosmic Cycle and the Feather Duster. Self-explanatory, this is kind of good for Mystic Mind. And then of course, Red Reboot, the best back row removal of them all, or back row hate remove them all rather. I hope it does not get hit, but I am kind of fearful. And then other going second cards evenly matched, I chose that over Lightning Storm. It's just really good to clear boards, and you know what, I miss Lightning Storm, but I just don't have room for it because we want to play some powerhouse going first cards in a pointer to get that Dark Ruler out, or maybe even something like Mystic Mind. And then the Solemn, just again for Dark Ruler no more, but maybe even like the first normal summon that might just end their turn. So yeah, that's it for the profile. I really enjoy it. I feel like the Cyber Dragon stuff, albeit it's a very limited number of cards, it still makes the deck work, and I'm just glad I can at least play some kind of Cyber Dragon variant. So that's it for me. Thanks, guys.